Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to show you my arm workout, so it's going to be a full arm workout. So the first exercise that I'm going to start with is the standard dumbbell curls. I'm going to start with 3 to 4 sets of 20 reps first on that exercise, and then I'm going to do 3 to 4 sets again of 15 reps this time, and then I'm going to finish with 3 to 4 sets of 10 reps per set, and then I'm going to do the triceps. So let's start. I'm using 10 kilogram dumbbells on each hand now, so let's see how many reps I can get. I'm going to be training very close to failure, keep that in mind, that's very important. These sets are not warm-up sets, these are all work sets, so we're going to be training very close to failure all the time, because rep quality matters. Let me just fix that. That's kind of annoying, but it happens. That was a limit set, and it was a very hard set, so I'm probably not strong enough to do more than that, but I'll just keep using that weight. To be honest, I'm not a very big fan of training to failure, but sometimes on certain exercises we can do that. For example, single joint exercises like curls and extensions for triceps. We can take sets to failure, but I would say that we shouldn't be doing this all the time, because it really negatively impacts our recovery. So maybe a few sets. Some weeks it might be a good idea, but not every week. I don't think that's a very good approach to training. So only take few sets to failure. But sometimes we have to. Okay, I'll probably have to just lower the weight or do less reps, because it's very this my 20 rep max, to be honest, and it's very hard. I won't be able to do 10 sets of biceps to failure. I don't think that's a great idea. But the pump, I like it. Okay, so 10 kilograms on the dumbbell curls. It seems like this is my 20 rep max, the maximum amount of reps that I can do for 20 reps. Excuse me, the maximum amount of weight that I can do for 20 reps, and that's 10 kilos. So I'll just leave probably 1 or 2 reps in reserve and just do 18 or 19 reps on all of my sets. And again, excuse me, I'm still improving my English, and yeah. And I'm just not used to recording myself, but soon I'll get more comfortable with everything. So let's start. This is why it's a good idea to know how many reps, how many reps you can do with certain weight. But usually when the speed slows down too much, you know that you're very close to failure. So use that too. Just see how fast I am in the first few reps. Okay, 19. As you can see, the first 10 reps, they're fast and they're easy, and then with each rep the the speed slows down and is getting more challenging. So use that if you want to know if you're training hard. Obviously, if you're using heavier weights, the speed is going to be slow, but you still know that when you're going to be very close to failure, because the last few reps are very slow. I won't be able to do 15 reps on the dumbbell curls because obviously my 20 rep max is 10 kilograms, and I just can't find the weight that I can do for 16, 17 reps. And let's see. I can only add like 1.25, so the next jump in weight is going to be from 10 kilograms to 11.25, and I can probably do that for, this is probably going to be my 15 rep max, I'm not sure, so I'm just going to do the easy bar, and let's see how many reps I can do with this weight. The weight that I'm going to be using is 22.5 kilograms. Okay, let's start the set. Okay, I can do a lot of reps. Seems like I have to add some weight. Okay, so I increased the weight to 27.5 kilograms on the easy bar, so it's a big jump in weight, but I feel like I can do a wall of reps with that weight. So let's see now. Let's see. I'm way stronger with the barbell. Okay, this weight is feels kind of heavy. Okay, 18 reps. I feel like I can do more than 15 reps with that weight, so I'm just going to keep using this weight. And I increased the weight again. I increased the weight to 30 kilograms on the easy bar. So this time probably going to be able to only complete 15 reps, but let's see. And usually the easy bar curl hurts my wrists a little bit, like this zone. It hurts my wrists a little bit for some reason. I don't know why, but the dumbbells, they feel much more comfortable. Ten reps, 5 more. Okay, this session might be my 15 rep max. At first, it's kind of hard to find the weight that you're going to be using, but in a few workouts you're going to figure it out. You're going to figure out how much weight you can handle for X amount of reps. For example, you want to figure out how much weight you can handle for 20 reps, 25 reps, 15 reps, 10 reps, and yeah. But this is kind of heavy, and I should probably stick to only doing 13 reps, because the last 2 reps, they were very challenging and hard. So I'm just going to use 27.5 kilograms on the easy bar, and I'm going to do as many reps as I can. And when the bar speed slows down way too much, I'm just going to stop, because I'm not a fan of training to failure. And let's start the set. Okay, 17 reps. My biceps are fatigued. They are fatigued now. And now the next exercise for biceps is going to be the dumbbell hammer curl. I'm going to start with 10 kilogram dumbbells on each hand, and I'm going to do as many reps as I can, and then I'll probably increase the weight and do less reps per set. But this is a great exercise, and doing more than one exercise is always a great idea. Just to work the muscles from different angles and to avoid overuse. Okay, it seems like my biceps are very exhausted because I usually can do 20 reps on standard dumbbell curls, and on the hammer curl I'm stronger, and I was only able to get 20 reps and it was a limit set. So that's a good thing. Muscle fatigue is something that is going to help with muscle growth, but too much fatigue is also bad if you can't really recover from it, and it negatively impacts your training performance long term. But it might be something different, like I'm just not used to training with high reps, but on certain exercises, small exercises like curls and extensions for triceps, I usually can handle higher reps. But my biceps are exhausted. Okay, second set on the hammer curls. And for this set I'm going to use the same weight, 10 kilogram dumbbells. I'm going to keep using the same weight. Again, I'm going for maybe 19-20 reps max. And on my third set of hammer curls I might increase the weight to 12.5 kilograms and just try to get 12 or 13 reps. And let's actually start the set now. I think that I was able to complete 19 reps, not sure. And now it's time for set number 10 for biceps, and this is probably going to be my last set on the dumbbell hammer curls. So I'm just going to add some weight to the dumbbells. I'm going to increase the weight from 10 kilograms to 12.5 kilograms. And let's see how many reps I can get. And I can feel that my biceps are fatigued by now. So I'm on the right track, because fatigue is something good for muscle growth. It's not something bad. Too little fatigue is bad, and too much fatigue is also bad, so we have to be in that sweet spot in terms of muscle fatigue. So now let's start the set. Let's see how many reps I can get with this heavier weight. I usually, with this weight on this exercise, I can get around 13 reps. Okay, let's start. Okay, I'm getting very close to failure. Okay, that was a limit set, and it seems like I'm way stronger doing less reps per set, but with heavier weight, obviously. But I think that we should always improve. We should always improve our weakest links. For example, if I'm not good at doing high rep sets, I should get better at doing high rep sets. And now it's time for some triceps. And now let's start with the triceps. I'm going to start with dumbbell overhead extensions, seated, and I'm going to be using 12.5 kilograms on each dumbbell, and I don't know how many reps I'll be able to complete, but we'll see. And I'll probably do 2 to 3 exercises, and my next exercise is probably going to be the lying extensions with dumbbells again, or I might use the easy bar, but we will see. I just feel like dumbbells are more comfortable for me. I'm not a big fan of the easy bar, but it's a valuable tool. It's always a good idea to use a variety of rep ranges and exercises. But it's also a good idea to do enough of each exercise to get all of the benefits. Okay, 20 reps. I was able to complete 20 reps. Okay, so let me give you the quick fix to small arms. My current arm size, to be honest, I don't know, but they're starting to grow. So what I'm going to do is just really up the volume on all of my arm work. So I will be doing a lot more sets now. Weekly, a lot of weekly volume, and also a lot of volume per training session. So a lot of volume, also 2-3 exercises for each muscle. So for biceps 2-3 exercises, and for triceps again 2-3 exercises. And I'm going to do this at least twice a week, probably 3 times a week, and up to every other day, so at least twice a week. Obviously, I think that, for example, if you're only training for 3 to 4 times a week, do this 3 times a week or twice a week, but really focus on good form all the time on each exercise and train very close to failure on each set. That's the quick fix to small arms. And I'm going to talk about it more, but now I have to finish my set. I'm going to show you good form on overhead extensions. Listen, if you want the quick fix to small arms, listen to me. I'm going to do the same thing. So obviously, if you want big arms, if you want to grow your arms, you have to be on a bulk, you have to be eating a lot of calories, and you have to be in a caloric surplus. And your protein has to be enough to their muscle growth, and carbs they also have to be very high, and the fats, they're up to you, but just make sure that you're getting enough calories every single day. And if you want to really grow your arms, you need to do a longer bulk, at least a few months. I'll do this myself too, but I'm just going to stop when I stop gaining weight for weeks. Then I'm going to do a cut, but that's not what we're talking about now. So the diet has to be on point, and now the training, like I said, you need to up your training volume a little bit, but not too much. Not too much. We still have to be in that volume sweet spot, and also the training frequency is going to be between 2 to 3 times a week. For most people that's more than enough. For some people, if you want to train more, you can train them every other day max, but nothing more than that. They still need some rest to recover and grow. So the frequency 2 to 4, obviously most people should stick to 2 to 3 times a week, and some people like me every other day or just 3 times a week. And the volume per training, per workout for For biceps around 10 high quality sets, and for triceps also I would say not 10 but 5 to 10 high quality sets, very high quality sets, sets that are taken very close to failure, leaving 1 or 2, maybe even 3 reps in reserve. And really focus on each rep, perform each rep fast and controlled. And with good form, that's very important. If you want to build certain muscle, you need to let that muscle do the work. Don't cheat, don't swing. Let the arms do the work. And exercise selection, pick 2 to 3 different exercises for each muscle. 2 to 3 exercises for the biceps and 2 to 3 exercises for the triceps. 3 to 4 sets, and we're in that sweet spot for volume. And last, your sleep has to be on point. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep, and that's the quick fix to small arms. That's really going to help you gain muscle on your arms, make them bigger. So with follow my advice, you're going to get big arms. You're going to notice results in a few months. And also it's a good idea to use 2 different rep ranges. For example, you can use the 10 to 12 rep range and the 15 to 20 to 25, but just do 2 different rep ranges, and you can do that in the same workout. I think that if you want to avoid any elbow pain training your triceps, I think that we should stick to mostly high rep sets on all of our direct triceps work. For example, at least 15 reps per set, up to maybe even 25, but in that rep range, the 15 to 25, just using lighter weights. The reason why is because lighter weights, they are easier on your joints, tendons, connective tissue, and they're easier to recover from, even when doing higher volumes, because heavier weights, when you do lower reps per set, you have to use more weight to train close to failure, and instead we can just do more reps with a lighter weight and still train very close to failure, and it's not going to make a difference. And on top of that, the high rep sets, they give you a very nice pump, and to be honest, on certain exercises, certain small exercises like direct arm work, it's not hard to do very high reps. But on bigger exercises like the bench press, for example, I'm probably just not used to training like this, but it's very hard. But again, it's not going to make a massive difference, but you're going to avoid elbow pain. And also carefully pick your exercises and rotate different exercises. Use a variety of different exercises to avoid overuse. Okay, my triceps, they're getting fatigued, and I can see that because my training performance is starting to go down. It's starting to get worse, but that's okay. Fatigue is muscle fatigue is something good, and we need that. So as long as your performance is not going, um, it's not that bad. You don't have to lift way too many reps in reserve. You'll be fine. The reason why I'm such a big fan of extensions, especially overhead extensions, is because the the triceps has three different heads: the long head, the lateral head, and the medial head. And all three heads share the same function, elbow extension, and the long head has one more function, shoulder extension. So when we're doing extensions, we are working all three heads of the tricep, so that's why. And when you do your extensions overhead, that works the long head of the triceps even more. Okay, let's start. I'm using the same weight, and then I'm going to move on. After I finish with that set, I'm going to move on to the next triceps exercise. And we get a very nice stretch, as you can see. I usually do the lying triceps extensions at the end of my workout, and I can handle less weight and less reps, obviously. I mean that with the same weight that I'm using on the overhead extensions, I can do less reps. I don't know why, probably because I'm already fatigued. So that's why I decided to lower the weight a little bit and just stick to higher reps. Okay, let's start. This is a great exercise. I feel like my right triceps is weaker compared to my left arm. Okay, 25 reps. Follow my own advice to how fast should you expect to see arm growth? It really depends. It really depends on a lot of different factors, like if you're just starting out with lifting weights, you're going to see results very fast, especially if you're bulking. And if you have been lifting for a few years and you have decent amount of muscle mass, it really depends on are you actually on a bulk, because bulking is very important in my opinion for muscle growth. And if you're on a bulk and your training is on point in terms of volume and how hard are you actually training, you're going to see results, but not as fast, but you are bigger, so obviously it's going to take longer. But if you do this routine, you're probably going to see difference. You're going to see improvements in probably a month. So yeah, just stick to it and spend some time bulking. I think that's very important, and a lot of people just get less muscle growth because they don't want to bulk. Focus on good form, full range of motion. I did so many reps this time. Okay, let's keep lifting. I'm going to increase the weight on the lying dumbbell extensions for triceps. And I'm going to add 2.5 kilograms. So, no, actually, yeah, I'm going to add 2.5 kilograms, and I'm going to be using 12.5 kilograms on each hand instead of using 10 kilogram dumbbells, because it was kind of easy. So now I'm going to just increase the weight, because I had to do like 30 reps, excuse me, and that's too much. And I like high rep work on forearms, but still it's kind of, I prefer to do less reps. 30 is way too much, but for some exercise it's a good idea. For example, for side delts, I think that it's a great idea. And it's kind of hard. High reps are very hard in my opinion. And we have to get used to that. Just because something's hard doesn't mean that we shouldn't be doing it. We have to improve. We have to improve even when something's hard. Okay. And now let's start lifting. I want you to be able to see absolutely everything when I'm doing the exercises. Okay, I think that you can see everything. The most important thing in my opinion, is for making both long-term and short-term progress is being able to recover from your workouts and just training frequently with high volumes. But what do I mean by training frequently? I mean that you should be recovered for your next workout and you should be able to train hard again. And by training hard I mean taking each set very close to failure, not to failure but very close to failure. And if you're training, for example, if you want to train arms every day with high volumes, I think that you're going to reach a point that you just can't, your training performance is getting worse all the time and you're just not making any progress because you're fatigued all the time and you're not really, your sets are not very high quality sets and that might impact your muscle growth in my opinion. So recovery has to be on point most of the time. Let's start the next set. Okay, let's just finish with my arm workout and I'm going to sleep after that. I'm going for probably 15 reps with 12.5 kilograms.